Welcome back, everyone. Today, we delve into a story that has ignited a firestorm of controversy and debate across the nation. The case of Marcellus Williams, who was executed in Missouri, has left many questioning the justice system and the finality of capital punishment. Let's dive into the details. Marcellus Williams was executed despite lingering doubts about his guilt, raising significant concerns about the integrity of the judicial process. First up, the execution itself. Williams was convicted in 2001 for the 1998 murder of Felicia Gale, a social worker and a former reporter. The case hinged on several pieces of evidence and testimonies. The state argued that physical evidence, including a purse and laptop found in Williams's possession, and witness testimonies, including claims of a confession, linked him to the crime. However, the evidence was not as clear-cut as it seemed. Despite this, questions about Williams's innocence persisted for years, igniting a series of legal battles. Critics pointed out that the evidence was circumstantial and that there were significant gaps in the prosecution's case. Now, let's talk about the legal challenges. Over the years, numerous appeals and motions were filed, each questioning the validity of the evidence and the fairness of the trial. St. Louis County prosecuting attorney Wesley and the Midwest Innocence Project raised significant concerns about the case. They argued that the evidence used to convict Williams was flawed and that new DNA testing could potentially exonerate him. They pointed out inconsistencies in the DNA evidence and witness testimonies. The DNA found on the murder weapon did not match Williams, but rather an unknown male, casting further doubt on his guilt. Bell even tried to negotiate a plea deal for a life sentence without parole, supported by the victim's family, who expressed their own doubts about Williams's guilt. However, this was rejected by the Missouri Supreme Court. The court maintained that the evidence presented during the trial was sufficient to uphold the conviction. Ultimately, the courts consistently upheld Williams's conviction, leading to the U.S. Supreme Court's decision to deny a request to halt the execution. This decision was met with widespread criticism and protests. Lastly, the controversy and final decision. Despite the questions surrounding Williams's guilt, Missouri's Supreme Court and Governor Mike Parson maintained that Williams had exhausted all legal avenues. Governor Parson stated that the judicial process had been thorough and that all evidence had been carefully considered. He emphasized that the decision to proceed with the execution was not taken lightly. The DNA evidence, they argued, failed to establish innocence as it matched investigators rather than an unknown assailant. This point was heavily debated, with many arguing that it should have warranted a re-examination of the case. The execution, which marked the third in Missouri in 2024, reignited the debate surrounding capital punishment, especially in cases where there are doubts about the guilt of the accused. The case has become a focal point for activists and legal experts advocating for criminal justice reform. This case highlights the complexities and irreversible consequences of the justice system, sparking ongoing discussions about the death penalty and the potential for wrongful executions. It serves as a stark reminder of the fallibility of the legal system and the need for continuous scrutiny and reform. Thanks for tuning in, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions and discussions are crucial in shaping the future of our justice system. Until next time, stay informed and engaged. Your voice matters in these critical conversations.